Hello and welcome to another Dungeon Run Diaries. This time we are doing the Thousand Maws of Toto-Tak. I'm joined by the ever wonderful Reki.
Yo.
And Reki will be healing, I will be tanking, and we'll go through all the different tactics and strategies to help you figure out how to do this dungeon as best as possible. Because tankxiety is a thing, and you all have been really kind with your comments and stuff. And requests that we do more. So we're going to go ahead and queue up for it and knock it out. So let's do the Thousand Maws of Toto-Tak. So this is a cavern-like dungeon. So what ends up happening is... wow, not an instant pop?
Yeah, wow.
What in the world is happening today? Tank and healer, not an instant pop. Anyways... with it's all underground in a cave, and you have to collect these Magitech photo cells to activate the rooms. So there's 8 you have to collect in total, 4 for each room. There's only three bosses, so yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Another one of those kind of tank and spank deals. Actually gonna turn the volume up a little bit more. There we go. Say hello to the party and let's begin. Whoop. Okay. You want me to pull a little bit more, Reki?
If you want.
I think we can handle it. I don't know if we can yet, actually. I think these are just 2. Oh, well. Oh yeah, I still don't have my secondary AoE ability. Fun!
Naughty DPS pulls, naughty DPS doesn't get heals.
Well, they are being naughty and they are pulling. So yeah, these pulls, there's not really anything special. I think the saplings do like a cone AoE in front of them at some point, but they're gonna die so quick it's probably not really gonna matter.
Forget to grab the photo cell.
One that way. Yep. So pick up those photo cells whenever they pop up. They're little green orbs that float in the air. Make sure you pick them all up. Go this way. There's a lot of extra rooms. You really don't need to do all of them. There's not a whole lot of benefit to doing all of them, so overall you can just run down the main thoroughfare, which is pretty much straight south, and then there's that cone that I was talking about, and then to the east. And as long as you gather enough photocells, no problem. So you can see the photo cell up there in the top left of my screen. That's what you gotta collect. I'm actually gonna go grab the next bunch of dudes. Bring in the louses.
You ran right past one that was over here, so I'll grab it.
Oh, did I?
Yep.
Oh, the photo. Yeah, that's the one I was calling out. But I'm tanking.
Oh, alright.
Bruh, I'm tank. I don't do mundane tasks like that.
There's a bit of randomness as to where they are specifically located.
Yeah, they're generally... They should give you enough before you get to the room, but if they don't, the side rooms near the big room that you need it at will usually contain one extra. Another one right here. I'll actually pick this one up. Make sure you get all the love. Man, it's so weird going back to these older ones because I don't have my my Paladin gauge or anything.
The low level ones are kind of like, you have like 2 abilities, so they're not that fun. Especially as an astrologist, because none of my good abilities happen until like level 15 or like 30.
Right.
So I basically can either hit or damage, like damage or heal.
I mean, really, the fun doesn't really start until you hit level 30 anyways, when you get your gauge and all that stuff, so... That's when you really get to start getting into the tactics of the class and whatnot.
They're just teaching you how to do stuff.
Absolutely. Did we get 4?
All right. Yeah,
nope, we only have 3.
No,
there's 1. Okay, cool. All right, so once you have the 4, you use the Magitech Terminal, which it looks like our archer is going to do, and the Coral and Ninetails will appear. It does AoE poison effects.
Poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
really,
to do something.
Yeah, really not a whole lot for you to do as tank in this. It's a very straightforward fight. You actually fight this boss twice in the next room as well. On the second go, he spawns a couple ads. But it's stunnable. Damage is overall fairly low, so just use your Reprisal, use your Rampart, and you should be able to deflect most of the damage, and the healer can make up the rest. There's not really a whole lot special about this fight, so very much a spank and tank. Just the poison adds a bit of difficulty for the healer to keep up with, especially when you've got people who stand right in range of the poison, like our archer, who for some reason is in melee.
That's the Sprout, so we'll forgive them.
They're not. The archer's not the Sprout.
Oh, but they're both only level 26, so... Actually level 26, not
Gotcha.
synced.
Learning. Okay. Makes sense. So when you're playing an archer, because I have a bard, so I've played through most of the archer stuff. So when you're playing an archer, it is a ranged class. Use your range to your advantage.
And you can move around too.
Yep. You get a lot more freedom.
Main.
Yeah.
And we've missed another Magitech.
Oh, was it there? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you for grabbing
no,
that.
The little tentacle guys will drop them sometimes.
Oh, okay. So those are extras.
So you got to make sure, yeah, that you grab them if they pop up. Otherwise, you'll be doing some backtracking trying to find them.
Puddings! Who doesn't like a delicious pudding?
Yum.
And feel free to use your stuns as much as possible. Your low blow comes in a lot of handy when you're tanking these guys. Interrupting their abilities and stopping them from hitting you makes life a little bit simpler for the healer. Warden's Whips. There's 3 of them this time. Oh, these guys are all AoE. Oh boy. Nasty. AoE poison all over the place.
Yep.
Everybody's doing a really good job of focus firing though, so things are dying quick. And that's one thing that as a tank or a healer in these dungeons, you'll notice a lot of. Either folks will focus fire enemies, or everyone will just spread out and make life a living hell sometimes. Just keep in mind that that does happen a lot, where they'll just split up the damage and then aggro gets all wonky and it's a little hard to keep aggro sometimes, so. Hello, little whips. Would you like to ride my whip? Alright, finish these fools off. Almost to the final, or to the next room. Ooh, dropped a Phototech cell. Or a Magitech cell. Alright. 1 to go.
Which we should be able to get with no backtracking. Huzzah.
Indeed. Ooh. So with these guys, you will get sucked in and blocked by the sticky web. So if anyone's left behind the web, yeah, if anyone's behind the web, which in our case they are not, you have to break the web to get through it. There will be spiders everywhere. This is all a precursor to the final boss.
No.
It's exciting, okay? Not a ton of enemy variety in these lower level dungeons, but luckily they're short enough that it's not that big of a deal. I think this one's only like a 30-minute dungeon if you blitz it quick enough. Alright, here's one of the webs, and then we'll be on to the next boss, which is the Coral of Ninetails again.
Nope, we need another photocell, so we gotta come down this way.
Yep. And there's usually a photocell down here, and lo and behold, there is one. Naughty DPS.
DPS don't get heals. Let your tank full.
Yep, it's real important. I mean, later on, especially if you're running with a group that you know or you're in communication with, that's one thing,
It's
but...
not so bad, but for a pug?
Yeah. DPS should not be the ones pulling unless you're asked to do so specifically.
I find that it's almost always bards that do it, and I think it comes down to timing issues, like they're trying to hit it as you're pulling, and sometimes their timing's just off.
Yeah. Absolutely. So here we are, Coral of Ninetails again. I'm going to pull it back this time. There's going to be some ads, and as tank, you'll want to pick those up before they go and eat your healer.
Don't eat me. I'm not delicious.
Should only be 2 small ads in this fight. Here they are. So I'll grab one with my shield lob. I'll grab the other with a whack to the face. And voila. They're pretty simple. So the poison does damage over time, but the Coral of Ninetails also casts slow, which will slow your abilities and your movement and whatnot. So, a real pain in the butt. I just had some lag. Well, not a problem. We still win. We're the best. Okay, so once you activate the terminal, this goes away and we move on.
The green stuff causes lead-in, which makes you move slow. There's nothing you can do about that, so...
Yep, just watch out for the fleshy pods. They will do damage. And you will get sucked in from time to time, so just be prepared. They're a real pain in the butt. Yeah, this area is relatively difficult for a group that's completely of level, but if you've got a tank and a healer like we are that are pretty geared or higher level, it's not that big of a challenge really, but just keep in mind that you do get slowed down, so if things get a little crazy, it's a lot harder to grab aggro and whatnot. But this is where archers come in handy. Really any ranged class will be really handy for taking out those cells, but your shield lob will do the same. Those eggs and whatnot. Kill the web. And on we go. Fleshy pod. Thank you, Archer. Okay, cool. Alright, we're gonna get sucked in here, which is okay.
We all made it.
Hooray! Get aggro. Oh, another cellmate made it up here. Kill these fools. Music is so good. I love the battle music in this game. Yeah, there's a lot of repeated here, but we're on our way to the last boss. It's a giant spider. Spoiler alert.
It's a
the name is
Scorpion.
Yeah, pretty much. They're a mite, I guess. It's an arachnid of some sort. But yeah, it's called Graphias.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
My B.
It happens.
So what's the ability for getting rid of poison?
Asuna.
Asuna, right. That's the ability that you'll want to use to remove that as a healer.
Or you could just let them suffer. That's fine too.
You're feeling very vindictive today, aren't you? Being mean to your DPS.
Yeah, well.
Healer's prerogative, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sometimes
Oh, that was a
it's like
side trick, but I
a
wanted to kill
kindergarten
them.
teacher.
The way that these paths loop and whatnot, you may find yourself in a dead end room. It happens sometimes, especially if you're focusing on talking rather than making your way through the hallways. Oops, back up. Oh god.
Ow!
Yep, ran right into that one. Sneaky, right around the corner. And here we are, almost there. Very little to go, and then we get to fight a giant arachnid. Graphias.
There, mate. Oh no, I'm on the other side, wrong side of the web.
Oh no. Need help?
I mean, depends on how much you need heals.
Not particularly badly yet. We're okay. Oops. See, I lost aggro because I didn't see that Soul Knight get up here. I thought there were only two. That's my fault.
It's a little
Grab
easy
this
to zone out during these early ones.
It really is, just because they're... You end up doing them a lot. You really, truly do, especially when you start doing your roulettes and things like that for extra levels. It's... You begin to shut off and go into autopilot a little bit, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but as we're trying to explain how it works for new players and folks who are new to tanking or healing, it's not very useful for you.
You just, oh. You're having some connection issues.
I am, yeah. It's okay. It won't show up on the recording, so.
Okay.
Just in the video.
And we always wait for cutscenes.
Yep, always wait for your DPS to finish their cutscenes.
Okay, kill these pods.
Yep. Destroy the fleshy pods. Have your range DPS should destroy the fleshy pods. Sometimes your team will just nuke them. It's way easier to just destroy the fleshy pods. So you can use your shield lob on them. They will hatch into ads if you don't kill them fast enough, which is a problem. So.
I just pulled the boss.
No, it's just a random attack.
Okay.
It's an off attack, yeah. So Graphias will do random off attacks. So here they have such an unfortunate name. They're called Cum Smites. Don't know why they would name them that, but they named them that. Just grab the ads. Remember to use your reprisal, use your fight or flight, use your rampart, and stay out of the AoEs, and just keep grabbing the aggro. Your DPS should take out the ads, which they're not really doing for some reason.
A lot of people just burn down Graphias.
Yep, you got to watch out for the green goo. You'll want to keep Graphias on edges, because as Graphias uses the green goo, it will take up more and more space, which means that you'll have less and less room to maneuver. So, another Cum Smite.
These early ones, a lot of times you can just burn down the bosses. You don't have to worry about mechanics.
Well, yeah. But I want to explain it. All right, moving away from the green. The green goo should subside after a little while. And Graphias' tail is shattered, which means that I don't think he can cast any more of the green goo. But it's over anyways. Graphias is going to be dead here in a second. And voila. That's the dungeon. That is the Thousand Maws of Toto-RAK in a very simple, straightforward way of doing things. Remember to commend your party members. Roll on your loot. All right, I already have one of those, and voila! He's already got one, and that's it. That is the Thousand Maws of Toto-RAK. I hope that you found this informative and interesting. It's a very straightforward dungeon. Just the 2 corals and 9 tails and Graphias. Hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you hit the thumbs up, like this video, and please consider subscribing and ring the little bell. It'll let you know every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Timcade. Later.
Bye.